Girl, I'm a strong black woman. Girl, I left him, girl. I gave him back all his money, all his cars, all his shit. I gave him back all that shit, girl. He be calling me right now trying to get back with me, girl. I ain't with that shit. I said,
So you trying to tell me you gave him back all his shit? You ain't got nothing. You walked away with nothing.
Yeah, girl, I gave him back all that shit, girl. I ain't with that shit. Girl,
Girl, I ain't told you to do no shit like that. You done lost your motherfucking mind.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Victoria Balenciaga.
And I'm Mocha 3 Bad, and we are the Hair Gods.
And you've tuned into the Gawdess Lounge.
Girl, it's been a week, honey.
Wow, I just realized you didn't say, hey girl, hey. So I guess that's going to be my new line.
No, I stopped myself because I was like, this bitch thinks she know me so well.
What a week it's been.
Yes, child. But my favorite part of the week, can I tell you?
Go for it.
Payday. Just kidding. Did you hear the there's some hoes in this house? What's the name of the song?
WAP. Make it WAP, WAP, WAP.
Yeah, that part. Okay, because I didn't really understand what it was. It took me like social media scrolling and all that to figure out what it was. But yeah, child, that's been the highlight of my week. What about yours?
I don't think I have a highlight of my week. Every day's basically been somewhat the same.
You just make your days sound so miserable. That's like literally the answer every time. It's just the same. I just enjoy people watching and going to the show.
I'm waiting for something like spectacular to happen so I can have something different to say. But every day kind of feels the same for me, to be honest. I need a life, I guess.
Let's go on a vacation. Let's just like book some shit, wear our mask, get our good curly hair from the Hair Gods, of course. And just like jet off to some foreign country that's not really full of the Rona, and then just enjoy ourselves.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm 100% down for that type of behavior in the immediate future.
All right, then. I guess if y'all hear that we when the next time I asked Victoria Balenciaga how her week was, and she was like, "Bitch, I was in Cabo,
Acapulco."
Yeah, but well, it's good to hear that you're still alive and well.
You too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do you want to jump into the hot topics?
There's more. Oh, okay.
Of course. So what are your thoughts and feelings about the announcement from Netflix that they're bringing back our throwback Black sitcoms that we love so fucking much?
Oh man, I didn't realize how much I liked Moesha. A lot of people was like, "Oh, Moesha toxic as hell." Okay, we knew that. Moesha was 15. She's supposed 15. To be toxic.
Yeah.
Y'all asses is 30 and still on Moesha shit. So please stop judging. I don't know I don't remember the announcement because I don't be like really paying attention to social media, but I do know that I saw that Moesha was back and I was really into that. And I probably am on like season 1, like maybe episode 7 by now.
Yeah,
because I kind of you know how like that comfort free, like that worry free TV where you can just watch it and you already know what's gonna happen, so you can still move about your house and do what you got to do, but oh, Moesha gonna make sure she get grounded this week. You already know. I love that, but I don't know the other shows. What other shows are we supposed to be expecting?
I believe they put one-on-one.
One-on-one. Is that with Flex?
Yes, with Flex Alexander.
Oh, they Netflix getting ghetto.
Oh, okay. And then they put one-on-one. What else is there? They're putting the Parkers. They're putting the Game. But fuck all that. They are putting
the Game.
Huh?
The Game used to be my show.
Yeah, the Game was my show, but I'm just so happy that they are bringing back Girlfriends.
Y'all gonna hate me for this.
Don't do it.
I can only remember maybe 5 episodes of Girlfriend. I was not that girl back in the day.
Really?
I can remember I know Tony married a white guy. I know was it Lynn? Lynn was a hippie and Maya. She married a white guy. What did she?
I don't remember. Honestly, that's why I need to watch it again. Maya
was married to Flex. And I think one of them had an affair. And Joan I don't remember exactly what she ended up doing, but I know the bald headed guy was her best friend. They didn't end up together, right?
No, I don't believe they did. I remember every time I think of him, I just remember the episode where I think he wore a girdle or something like that, where they were trying to get him to wear a girdle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
and I do remember he married the beautiful girl, the lady who ended up playing somebody else's mom on another sitcom.
Yes, the one that said litigious. That one.
I guess
It used
so.
to
I
turn him
don't
on,
know,
yeah.
but yeah, I remember very vaguely this show, and I feel bad because people make it seem like it was such a gem, but I mean,
Maybe
it was
when
all right.
are you going to
Me,
rewatch it when it comes on Netflix? Okay.
yeah, I'm definitely willing to rewatch it. I didn't watch
Mhm.
it back in the day enough to be anticipating it. Now the game, oh, you couldn't tell me Darren Davis was not my man, because you couldn't tell me that. No,
That was a
that
good
was
show
my
too.
man, and I think that Janae was a better fit for
Yes,
Derwin Davis
Melanie.
than girl Melanie. So I don't know, but that's just my. Those are my good old back in the day shows, but I don't remember Girlfriends. Like One on One, I can remember most of those. Um, which other ones did you say?
1-on-1. The Parkers.
The Parkers. The Parkers comes on every day though, so I'm probably least likely to watch The Parkers because it's still in syndication, like on VH1 and stuff. I don't really watch that, and Moesha is too, but you just don't really usually get to see them all in order.
I can remember
Now,
Moesha pissing me off when I was a child.
yeah,
Yeah,
Moesha definitely used to get on our nerves back then, so I don't understand why people are like she's toxic now, but
the whole
she's
entire
been
time.
toxic.
Yeah.
But again, she was 15, and then what I do like about Mo being toxic is that there's always a lesson
Yes.
at the end. It's not like she was toxic and then they just let it be. Like Hakeem used to get her ass together. Hakeem
First
was
of
so
all,
fine. Lord,
Q's ass.
why is everybody on Moesha's show dead?
Oh my god.
And they said Brandy, and this is so horrible to say about a person, but they was like Brandy has a curse around her, and she says that she was literally depressed about this because, remember, she got in a car accident. I think either when she was pregnant or right when she had the baby, but she caused someone to die on her show. Like almost 70% of the cast that she had every day, they're gone. Very depressing. Very,
Imagine
very,
the trauma
very
though, because
depressing.
people don't like, people will judge somebody and forget that they've probably been through traumas that make them behave the way that they do. Not to say it's an excuse to be an asshole, but like,
and then she's not even an asshole about it. I don't
know.
Brandy being an
They be saying
asshole
she's an asshole.
either.
Yeah,
They
they
say
say she's a
mean
mean
or
girl.
something. Oh, I don't know, but she
Me
doesn't
neither.
give me that. But I, again, I don't know. I like Brandy. Brandy a
Brandy is
goat
the
to me.
vocal
I think
Bible, honey.
people be like, oh, Brandy and Monica kill her. Monica can kill her, but don't act like Brandy is not like a competitor.
I'm one of the people that thinks Brandy would kill Monica, not because Monica can't sing, but because Brandy's range is out of this world. Yes.
Versatility as far, and even in music, Brandy has a good what is it called? Mix up. That's not the word I was looking for, but a good mix of music where it all does.
Yeah.
A good catalog. I cannot think of the word for it to save my life.
And you know what? With Brandy, like when her voice, it just makes you feel things. Like when she said, "Have you ever loved somebody so much it makes you cry?" And I don't even really be fucking crying.
Girl,
I'm telling you. Has Monica ever made you cry? Want to cry?
You know what?
What song?
Yes, because that damn I can't sing, but that love.
Oh, I got love, nigga, fuck it up. Oh, but me. Yeah. Really? That song makes you it gets you teary eyed?
I guess you know how you tie songs to different
yeah.
memories. I was really going through some shit with a nigga I shouldn't have been with, and this like my third time referencing him, so I don't want to seem like I'm hurt. So on to the next. But yeah, I was going through some shit, so it was therapeutic or whatever.
So every time you hear that song, it makes you think of that person.
It makes me think of that person. And I used to be singing, and then like I can't help but still sing it to the top of my lungs because that beat drop is just amazing. And then it's like, oh, I can't believe I used to be so in love with this. And yeah, anywho, I'm just so mad. I'm really upset that is where this led.
Well, I mean,
too.
Speaking of love all over me, have you heard about our good friend Tracy Morgan getting a divorce to his wife?
Well, damn, what a segue that they love. Yeah, I think it's fucked up though. I don't know the status of their relationship while they were actually going through it, but a lot of people are like, why is she asking for half his money? Why she want to keep his name? Why she, things like that. And I just feel like women, and especially when it's women, they always say what another woman don't deserve. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what that woman went through. Okay? You don't know what the next woman deserves or what her children should get, how much alimony, how much child support. Shut the fuck up. Because if you've ever been through some shit with a nigga, or excuse me, I'm supposed to be saying the word nigga no more. If you ever been through some shit with a man and he's dragged your ass through the mud, in, up, out, whatever, you don't tell nobody what they deserve because, that's too much. It don't cost that much to live. It don't cost you that much to live, broke bitch. But sometimes, because this is, again, above my pay grade, but if it's you, I could never tell another woman not to get it all because I've been in a relationship as a broke female. And if he had 50 cents to his name and I can get that because of the shit I've been through, guess what I'm going to get? 50 cents. It doesn't matter because these people who tie their personal level of living to other people's expectations of living because based off their level of living, it's just weird to me. So I just find that level of conversation weird. Don't tell nobody
what
what
are your
they
thoughts
deserve.
on him not wanting her to have his last name?
They have a child together, so with that, I would be like, okay, if she didn't have any children by him, then okay, that's up to them, up to her. But because she has a child, that shouldn't be up for debate. I'm not dropping my connection. Like, me and my child share this name. It's no longer your last name. It belongs to me and my children at this point. So no. I think it's unfair because they have children. If they didn't have no kids, then it's up to her.
I'll tell you this much.
That's her name.
If it was me and I was told I want my last name back, because I know you want it and I don't fuck with you, I'm keeping your last name. I'm keeping it. Not only am I fucking keeping your last name, if I were to get remarried, I'm hyphenating your last name with that nigga last name because I know that's what you know what I mean? You want it so bad. I'm not giving it to you, depending on the circumstance. Do you know what I'm saying?
You
Is that
ain't
petty?
shit. You is not shit.
I try to be.
I don't think, like, when it comes to names, once you give someone your name and they drop theirs, what are they supposed to just, oh well, let me go back.
Yeah, some people do that.
There's no changing. You're a part of this person's
Story.
This person's history now. Yeah, so it's really, I don't think it's cool to say I want my last name back. Well, then you shouldn't have gave it if you thought that it was something that you're gonna get back. But again, like I said, it solely depends on what, if it was just no children involved and it was just her saying, oh, I don't want to change your name, that's up to her because some women go through some shit and they cannot wait to be, what if he was a child molester or a serial killer? You don't want your name associated with that, you or your children. But that's not what the case is so far, and I don't think she's just keeping it because, oh, the last name Morgan holds so much weight.
But a lot of people have the last name Morgan, so.
And then also, Tracy, don't act like that lawsuit ain't the reason why you even got money because you weren't that great of.
Oh no, he had money before, honey. He was on a 30 Rock.
He had money, but he would. Do you think that he would still have?
I think he would because white people love Tracy Morgan. That's why. I mean, black people do, but white people really love Tracy Morgan. He's one of the, there's a select few comedians that get the white pass. He's definitely one of them. So, I think that whatever happened between them, it must have been really fucked up for you to say, I want my last name back. That's really, I don't know what she did, but I hope we find out.
I don't. I keep you so
whatever. So on a more serious note, I don't know if you've seen this, but Azealia Banks, who's considered like a rapper, hip hop or whatever. I love to get your opinion on stuff because you're gonna be like, what? Who? What the fuck?
I really don't know. I just know this is the black girl.
Yes.
Okay. Crazy,
so
right?
She posted recently that she was like done with life, or she was just having a moment. I know she's been very vocal about having bipolar depression, and people were very are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? But, you know, the same people, or I'm going to say blogs, that tear her down basically on a weekly basis. And sis came back and said, you guys are fucking ridiculous. First of all, that's just how I felt in that moment. And you guys don't like me on a regular day. Keep that same energy if I were to kill myself. What are your thoughts?
Let's find out. That's my thought, but that's very insensitive. I don't really have a comment because I feel where she's coming from. I don't know her or what energy. I just know that she's usually picked on for, but sometimes it's, you know, it's better to be thought of a fool than open one's mouth and remove all doubt. Like, sometimes it's okay to shut the fuck up. And I think that she has a syndrome where she can't shut the fuck up. And it backfires on her, and then she doesn't like the backfiring. If she were to harm herself, I think it's not fair to say don't care. Just because you get picked on doesn't mean people don't like you. But I just don't. If you want us to keep that same energy, if that's your dying wishes, then okay. But I don't think anyone really feels that way. Also, I would think that she would have more of a significance or a more significant quote unquote death if she were to die, if she focused more on her music and her craft than she were her personality or her image based off of what other people feel about her. Because it's like, I've never heard her name associated with, oh, this is a Zelia Banks song.
Okay.
That's why I say I don't know this girl. I can't tell you if she can sing. She might be the most talented girl in the world. I don't know. Because the only thing I know of is she's beefing with Wendy Williams. She's beefing with, I don't know. But she's always beefing with somebody. So I would say people would care about your death more as a celebrity if you were to give them something to be a fan of, aside from being, you know, the gossip, the drama starter.
I agree. Well said. Well said. One thing that stuck out for me from her little statement and her rant was, I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm the type of person that I would want you to keep the same energy. Like, I don't want somebody who was like, you just cursed me out on Monday and I happen to pass away, showing up to my funeral.
Right, that I agree on, definitely.
Because sis, you like, you're just doing it because that's your own guilt of what you know what I mean? What you did or said to me is don't come to my shit. I actually want security at my funeral. Please make that a note.
You want so much at your funeral. Number one, you want to be late.
Yes.
you just need to stay alive.
It's a lot. Okay? It's a lot. Anywho, I wanted to ask you another question.
God damn.
I just wanted to ask you, sis, are there any hoes in your house?
Girl, I don't know what to say because, you know, sometime I'm is and sometime I ain't. No, I don't. I don't think there's no hoes in this house. Do you mean in my house?
Well, in this house, the house could be your body. The house could be in your mind
or in your inbox. Girl, I won a bet yesterday. This boy bet me $25 that no, well he told me to I'm so mad I undershot too, because you know I'd be like 700. He was like, I got he said I want my bank account to look like y'all girls' inboxes. And I was like, what, 0? And he was like, oh, you of all people, I know you got all the hoes. I was like, oh, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? I said, well, if you're willing to lose, I'll bet you $25. And I screenshot my inbox, and that shit was dry. But you know, it's always someone with a hard eyes, blah blah blah. But it was dry. And he was like, oh, okay, I guess. So he sent me my little $25. But I said to him, I said, you know what, this just really made me confirm that I have fell off. Because I ain't no way as hell. I'm the only person who ain't got no
I think a lot of
people
don't have no hoes in their house, though.
I don't think these days are not dating friendly. Like, if you're dating someone right now, it's like everybody's really self-absorbed. Not even absorbed, but it's just so much going on in the world. You don't have the energy to spare to other people right now. And I think everybody inbox dry. Unless it's just me, then if so, shit, I may have fell off. Then hey. And I'm okay with that. I really am okay with the thought that I have fell off.
But the thing is, when there are hoes in your house.
But when I come back, keep that same energy in my Azalea
period. So I'm sick and tired of social media. I'm sure you are sick and tired of social media because you said last week that you're tired of hearing people that never used to say shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
you have, like, I know you say you don't see stuff all the time, but you have had to have seen the meme that's going around about Cardi and the song WAP, which stands for wet ass pussy.
You said that's
Yeah.
so nasty. Wet
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah. So she, in the song, she says, I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me tell you, or let me show you how I got this ring. And people are taking this shit so fucking literal. Like, oh my God. Please tell me you've seen it.
Yes. I've seen it. I actually just had a debate about it this morning.
Okay, let's talk about it.
What do you want to talk about? Because I think that where you think I'm gonna go, I don't. Do you cook and clean? How did you get your ring?
I do cook and I do clean. I don't think that that's how I got my ring, though.
Well, what do you think is? Can we start off there? What do you think that a woman can do to get a ring?
I think a woman can be their self. I don't think they need to do anything extra to get a ring. If a man is going to give you a ring, he's going to give you a ring. I have seen women that don't know how to put water into a glass. I've seen women that are considered to be very promiscuous, but have been, got married before the women that are considered to be really good women. I don't think there's any logic to how you actually get the ring. That's my personal opinion.
All right. I'm going to read. Well, let me give my opinion first, and then I'm going to read one of the posts that was posted in the Gawdess Lounge. Pause so I can plug. You guys, we have a Facebook group. Obviously, it's called the Gawdess Lounge. It's for women only, even though men do subscribe to our podcast. We're here to help the men when we talk our shit, but in the Gawdess Lounge, we're here to help each other. It's a women-only space. Check us out on Facebook. That's facebook.com/the GAWDESS Lounge, the Gawdess Lounge. Anyway, so how I feel about that cooking and cleaning. Let me say how I got that ring. I think that you should want to cook and clean because that's just like survival skills. But I don't think that men are looking for a woman to survive on. Any good man, anyways, cooking and cleaning is like the bare minimum, the basics. And I feel like it's a little offensive for men or anyone to tie getting a ring to whether you can cook or clean. I personally believe that it doesn't matter what you are, whether you're a hoe, a slut, a Christian, a saint, an ain't. Cook, clean, dirty, don't clean up at all. When a man is ready to get married and he finds you and he's ready for that step, that's what will happen. As long as you're okay with it. That is why he's asking you. That's why you should not be asking no motherfucking man.
That's a whole nother subject.
That might be next week topic. Oh Lord, write it down. No, but I just think that men who are ready marry, and that's it. It has nothing to do with the woman. Nothing. As long as the woman cooks, keeps herself up to a basic, not even cooks, but can cook. Doesn't mean she does cook. And even if she can't, it doesn't matter. But as long as he can get it, and I mean the WAP whenever he wants to, and she keeps herself whatever he likes, and he's ready to get married, that's all that's going to happen. That's where I'm at with it. But I found one of our sisters, Demetria Parkinson.
Yes,
shout out to
her.
I'm gonna make sure I tag her too, so she knows that we're referencing her post. She says, "It's a long one, so I'm reading. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you don't need to cook, clean, or even suck a dick to get a ring. These are not requirements. Added bonuses, yes, but definitely not required. A man would marry you even if you can't boil water or work a washing machine. You don't have to have the slimmest waist, fattest ass, or boobs sitting to the sky to get a ring. If a man sees value in you and he is ready to marry you, he will just simply do that." I'm lost now. Oh, because you are the prize. There's no roadmap or game. God will align you with the. I mean, you won't have to do a damn thing, but be open and ready. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't cook, clean, or cater to a man by all means, but if you feel the need to, please do. But no, this is not what's required to become someone's wife, and definitely won't keep a man who doesn't want to be kept. We're not living in the 60s when women slaved over a hot stove, managed the house, kids, waited for a man to eat before we fed ourselves. Women are out here being bosses, running businesses, and being powerful all while raising a family. So it's the privilege of being allowed to be in your presence is enough to get a ring. No extra is required. Signed, a married woman who barely does the basics.
Well,
Right
she
then,
gathered
sis.
us, child.
Listen, that's my motherfucking problem. I'm doing too much for these Negroes. Okay. I tell you, next time I'm not cooking, cleaning, ain't even answer my damn phone. Come marry me, motherfucker, before we even
You'd be
talk.
surprised that it would probably work wonders. Yeah,
Work just fine.
it would. And I think
Yeah.
that was well said.
I do think the more you do for a man, the less likely. Girl, that is a whole nother topic, or is it not? Because I'm telling you,
Here's the thing: we all, everybody has certain talents and certain things that they can do and all that stuff. I just don't feel like you have to do absolutely all of them. But it's nice to know that you can do them. But I don't think that you have to do all of them. What are we doing here? Like, are you doing all of them? How about we talk about that? I don't cook. I don't clean. Let me show you how I got this ring. What do you do, sir?
Listen, these men ain't even cooking, cleaning, or washing their ass half the time. Listen, everybody got time for that. But yeah, that's how I feel. I don't really think that you have to do anything but run into a guy who's ready. But you know what? Here's a good time to catch a break, and we'll be back to finish off this topic. When we decided to start our podcast, we really wanted something that was fun and easy and user-friendly for our listeners. So the Anchor app has been a blessing. We can do literally everything here. We record, we edit, we upload everything right here on the Anchor app. It's super, super easy to use and super user-friendly. I strongly recommend you guys download the Anchor app by going to your app store and typing in Anchor, and you'll see it pop right up. It's literally been a blessing to us. It's the best thing that we have for podcasting and sharing our podcast. So you guys be sure to do that. Anchor app.
Shout out to our sponsors making it happen week after week.
That's right.
So listen, I am watching and how people are reacting to this video and all that stuff. And I personally am a fan of the video. I like the visual aesthetic of it all. It kind of reminds me of...
Which video?
I'm so sorry. Wow. That one. I love that one part. But I like it. It reminds me of, like, you remember when Hype Williams used to do all the dope videos back in the day, like the Janet Jackson video? That's what it reminds me of. So that's why I like it. But social media is up in arms, child.
I think it was a lot. Well, I have to first let me get my breakdown on how I feel about the WAP video. I think it was a lot going on. I could not. Maybe if they would have just skinned it back just a little bit on like one or two colors changes or something, because it kind of. I can't tell you what's going on, but what I can tell you though, them doing them splits and that chair and them chairs, and Cardi with them breasts out and that leopard, and Megan with the gray wig, and she's doing a little twerky thing and acting like she's riding a stick. I said, listen, if I was a 13-year-old boy, I'd be in YouTube for hours in the bathroom. It was very sexy. I can't say that I'm offended by any of it because I grew up on Trina, Kaya, my neck, my back, lick my pussy, and my crack.
Period.
That's so nasty. But I'm not really offended of it, but I can say there's a lot of the pick me behavior got in, where a lot of women's like, oh, see, they were saying with the I don't cook, I don't clean line, it's like, oh, and a pick me just died. Basically the whole song is pick me, like rapping about your pussy and wanting to, telling the man how you want his big old truck in your little garage. That's you being pick me in a different way. So I think that statement, when they were trying to call women who do think that there's a standard of cooking and cleaning involved in being, chosen, all of it is pick me behavior. What got me a little bothered is that people really stand hard on I don't gotta do none of this. Like, it's like, if you're not a pick me behavior to me, What does a pick me, Rachel? Do you want to do by definition?
You could do it by definition. I have my own little version of it though, but go for it.
Okay, well, you give your version, and
Okay.
you know me, I'm good on defining.
So, every time I hear the word "pick me" in my head, all I hear is "pick me, pick me." So, anyways, I want to reference our good sis again, Demetria, because this day she was just on it. Someone in the Gawdess Lounge had asked, okay, what is pick me, or like, what do you guys consider to be pick me? And she said, it's someone who's always trying to do stuff to please someone else to get chosen, always with their holier than thou posts and comments as if they're so perfect, and feels anyone's way of doing things differently from them is automatically wrong. Normally, a pick me is someone who is inexperienced on several subjects, and comments tend to be idea based and not realistic. What I like about her definition of pick me is that it wasn't necessarily it's a woman who this or a woman who that, because a lot of the times people want to say pick me is women, but men and women can have pick me behavior. That's my TED talk. Thank you. Go ahead.
I really appreciated that definition. Yeah. I try not to define behaviors unless I'm using the definition. So that way, when someone is exhibiting pick me behavior, I just drop a screenshot of the definition under their behavior. So that way, it's not me who's calling you a pick me. By definition, you are pick me. So I'm shady in a different way. But pick me as according to the Urban Dictionary, because this shit will not be in Webster's. Urban Dictionary says pick me is a woman who wants the attention of the opposite sex or same sex so badly she'll throw her fellow woman under the bus. Internalized misogyny at its finest usually starts with this: I'm not like other girls. Here's an example that the Urban Dictionary provides. Women: lives her best life. Pick me: I don't drink, smoke, or have sex with random people like all those other females out there. I guess men only go for whores instead of real women like me. I am not like them other girls, so don't play me. And the definition ends with saying, women everywhere says, shut the fuck up. And that's it. Urban Dictionary, so hip. The fact that they put that women everywhere are like, shut the fuck up. I love it. I love it. But the definition of pick me is anytime you want to use what you do or don't do to try to throw somebody else on the bus, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You're doing all that to impress niggas who you shouldn't even want, and they still not gonna choose you. So pick me gone wrong. Pick me behavior, Rachel. What has been your most a time where pick me behavior was so apparent, and what was that action? Like what can you think of a time like that?
For me, anytime I could think of like pick me behavior, I think of like the high school, to be honest. Like when you would see someone walk in and just be doing the entire fucking most just to attract the attention of the opposite sex, and that I can't think of like a specific example, but maybe I will think of a specific example. But that kind of shit, but social media right now, period, is pick me everywhere. But go for it.
I was gonna say I can definitely give you some off of social media. Facebook, you won't go a day on Facebook without I cooked lasagna and made a salad. Y'all hoes love eating McDonald's every night. That's why y'all can't keep no man. Okay, sis, where's yours? Oh, in my
I was about to say at my
house. Here you go with your dry ass lasagna. But no, so I think that pick me behavior is very apparent online, especially, and I think especially during this time, like you said earlier, a lot of people are running to Facebook as their social outlet, and these days, and I'm so glad you said it, that it's not only women, because a lot of men do a lot of pick me shit too.
Let me hold on 1 second. I have to say this. For the life of me, and if you have an answer that will honestly settle my spirit, these men that get on like Facebook Live or Instagram Live doing a bunch of nothing, like the music loud as fuck, they're just
bopping in the background.
What is that? Why are they doing
that? I guess, you know what, I think I've already said this before. I hate when men go live on Facebook, because I've seen men get killed on Facebook, And every time a man get on live and start doing all that with their money and their chains or rapping, showing where they are, I'd be like, oh, I hope you don't have no enemies. I really don't, because I just know I'm gonna watch like a murder happen. It's so sad. I think I'm traumatized, and I think I said all this before. It's very traumatizing. But definitely pick me behavior. I had to tell the man in my inbox earlier. He always good morning beautiful me to death, and I responded back to him based off his stories. He's counting a lot of money, talking about 15 racks counted out, and I'm like, ooh, don't do that. That's so dirty. That's so dirty and trashy. Like, first of all, people with real money are not going to just show everyone that they have it. Second of all, why? And then you're gonna get a woman who wants you for your money, and then be mad when she wants
she's
it.
a gold digger. She's like, this. She's that.
Like, what does JC say? Don't give a damn what a nigga got if he ain't giving it. Nobody don't care what you got unless you finna give it to them. So why are you showing everyone your money if you ain't willing to let it go? Pick me.
But that's what it is. Like, what why are you showing your money though? These things that actually boggle my mind. Like, what makes you think that your audience, like your followers, want to see you playing with $200 or whatever? Like, what does that do for us?
Let me say this too, and I have to say this, and this might be shady, but it's not really shady, because I'm just saying, and not to anybody in particular. But when it comes to money and like flashing stuff online, whether it's you walking into the Gucci store or you know, shopping at, you know, some type of store, you're just, you know, showing off to say, what's a lot to you is always a little to somebody else. You might be showing off $15,000, which is, you know, a considerably a large amount of money. But to some, they'd be like, that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some you have to be careful what you're doing if that's what the energy that you're gonna get, because now you're setting yourself on the level that no one asked you to show that you were on or not, because you know, there's people out here with hundreds of thousands of dollars now looking at you like you still broke as fuck with your $15,000.
And then you have to remember, remember there's always that follow-up status a couple hours later with, man, fuck family, fuck friends. I ain't got to do shit for nobody. If I say I ain't got no $20, I don't have to give you guys shit. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
So, but why did you do all that if you're not willing to help someone?
I don't know.
Or give it away. Pick
me, child. Listen, and then
let's talk about though the thong bathing suits online. Okay. Is that not pick me behavior? Like, can an action be pick me behavior, or is it just people living their best lives?
Okay, so here's where it gets tricky for me, because there's pick me and there's thirst. It's a thin line between pick me and thirst.
You just definitely put the nail on the head. Like, that's it for me. Because I personally don't care. Like, if you want to wear a thong bathing suit, that's what makes you comfortable. Do it. And then it's more so the what is said after the initial post of that makes it pick me. But yeah, there is a thin line between pick me and thirst, and I guess that's another. We could talk about thirst too, because honey,
thirst. When someone will post a picture of, let's say they want to post a picture of their steering wheel, but for some reason your coochie's on your steering. How did your coochie get on your steering wheel? Like, you know what I mean? Like little things like that.
That the thirst is real. Yeah, that's very thirsty. Someone, you know what? I can't even understand why. I think because the quality of men has changed, especially online. Like, why would you want someone who only responded to your story because your vagina was out? Like, you're making yourself an easy target by being either a pick me or thirsty. And just to bring it even back to the pick me behavior, what happens when someone does choose you for those qualities that you set, like to set a cap on what you can and can't do by picking me? You're making it so now that let's just say, oh, I cook and I clean, I ain't like these other hoes. What if you just really get to a point in your life where you've been with this man 5 years and now you don't cook or clean, and you base your whole relationship off of doing that? Now you dead ass wrong, because guess what? That's what you did to get him. You better keep it.
And I've heard several stories of men that are like, man, when I first met her, she was doing this and that and that and that, and like now she don't even do this shit no more. Now she doesn't even do, and it's because hook, line, bait, and sinker, or whatever the fuck they say. People who go fishing, like you got hooked in. Now you married. You got 32,000 kids, and she's not holding up her end of the bargain. You are. She's not. I'm sorry, sir. She was a pick-me.
Oh man, I have so many stories of men who can tell like their woman turned out to be something totally different. And then that's the thing why I think that why a pick me behavior for a woman is different than that of a man, because women have a right to change their minds. A man is his word. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say that he don't have the right to change his mind, because anybody can change their damn mind. But a man usually stands firm on the don't touch my ass. I don't like steak, I like shrimp, or I don't like shrimp, I like steak. That's a man. A woman was like, I don't really like shrimp, but I'll eat it. I'll try it. Like, that's our personality as women. You know what I'm saying? A man's usually different. So for a woman, it's like you're being a pick-me, but you're putting yourself inside of a box that you're going to have to stick to, because guess what? Women change their mind every day. You might not like red lipstick in 2020, but in 2022, that means ruby red might be your shit.
Honestly, I think we all, as much as we could be judgmental and stuff like that, I think we all look at the pick-me's a little funny. Like, we just look at their status and say, oh, okay, sis. Yeah, okay, superwoman. Like,
when do you have you ever had a pick-me moment and you don't even feel like it's being a pick-me? So that's the thing. Sometimes these people are having pick-me moments. I'm going to even put myself in there, because shit, I don't know, maybe me saying, hey, I get up and work hard every day is me being a pick-me. I don't know. But maybe sometimes somebody is saying something and don't even know that they're being annoying as fuck by exhibiting pick-me. Because I know some people who are beautiful, smart, pretty, and have now found themselves in a relationship and happy, flourishing. But everything they're saying now is reflecting their current life. But it's all trash, because it's like, sis, do you remember last year when you were the side chick?
Yeah, I mean, everybody starts somewhere, and it's okay. I get what you're saying. Like, you forget your past life. Like, now you're brand new.
Or your next life, because you could be perfect to this man and saying, oh, this how I cook and I clean. This how I got that ring. But then you cook and clean. Now this man is sleeping with another man. And that man don't cook or clean. He just got a booty hole.
He's got good pussy.
Oh, child. He's so stupid. But yeah, so what I'm saying is that you never know what stage of life is going to change for you. So being stronghold on certain topics always has a way of coming back and biting you in your ass. Like, I have to say this, I always said, I'm not having children without being married. I'm not having children without being married. I don't want to be nobody's baby mama. I am so happy I'm somebody's baby mama instead of stuck with somebody's for the rest of my life as their wife, even though I'm stuck with them anyways, because you don't know what is next for you or what that person will bring, no matter how great they are before a relationship starts. Things change, situations change, people change. And you sat there and I'm not going to say you because it was me. Sat there and said I would never want to be a baby mama. I'm so happy with the way my life is arranged now, because I'm happy that I have a good relationship with my child's father, but I'm so happy we're not married.
But here's the thing. I always say to people, watch what you say out of your mouth. Like, just be careful of what you say out of your mouth, because a lot of times the things that we are so like, I'm not doing, I would never seem to always happen. That's why it's like, even if you think to yourself, no, that could never be me, all that vocalizing shit on Facebook, all that exposing people on Facebook, all that stuff, all that social media stuff that people do, then next thing you know, it's them. Like, just watch it. Just watch what you say. Anything can happen to anybody. Anybody can get touched, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. Anybody can get touched.
Now, I want to know, how are you going to, once again, I have to go to you as a mother of a young lady, a young, beautiful little princess. How do you feel about the way the world is going with this pick-me behavior, knowing that you're raising a little girl?
You always
I have to
about this. I try to teach my daughter to think independently. very early, very, very early, I tried to say like, and and she has that personality already. It's like I can be like, I'm drinking something, and you know how kids always want what mommy got.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking a glass of wine, and now she wants she wants something to drink, and I'm like, you don't want this. This is nasty
Yeah.
wine, and she will say, oh, that's nasty juice. Like, you don't have to tell her. She's not gonna try it anyway. She's not gonna succumb to peer pressure or anything like that. She's just not. Like, she's already having in her mind, oh, you said it's nasty, I don't want to taste it. But she also will say, if I be like, because I'm talking about wine, she knows, oh no, I don't want any of that. And I'm like, here, taste it. Even though I know I'm not gonna let my baby drink no wine, she will not do it. But let it be something that she knows is age appropriate. And I'm like, it's nasty. You don't want any of this. She's like, I want some soda. I want some soda. It's like, okay, sis, I just told you it was nasty. It's gonna burn your throat. She's gonna learn for herself, and that's the way that I try to push her to just listen. I told you it was nasty. It's soda. It's nasty. It's not something that I want you to have. But if you're willing to taste soda, I'll let you. And she gonna fall for the bait every time because she knows that it's up to her. Not every time, because sometimes she's like, no, I don't want it. Especially when it's a Pepsi. Oh no, my baby don't want a Pepsi. It's too strong.
That Taco Bell Pepsi.
But oh, that Taco Bell. Let's talk. Let's take a moment.
Why don't we reflect?
There's two types of sodas in the world that go unmatched. One is Taco Bell Pepsi. Two is McDonald's.
They
Sprite.
are every time will burn you in the back of your throat. It is the best.
Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Burger King's fruit punch.
Oh yes.
Burger King, and sometimes Wendy's. Wendy's is hit or miss. But that Burger King fruit punch,
it's like the perfect ratio of sugar to
syrup. It's like syrup. It's like real syrupy. I as far as having a daughter in this world, I'm just trying to teach her to do things that you want to do. And then as a mother, I think it kind of backfires on me because I want my child to only do things that make her feel good. But she's very, 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 very young. So she's in a teaching age, but it's like, I want you to do anything, like, because I know as a person, my personality, anytime that I don't want to do something, I regret doing it.
Yeah.
I don't do anything that I don't want to do. And I am okay with that thought. And I wish I would have known earlier that I should be okay with that. So I try to teach my daughter to be okay with not doing things that you don't want to do, and doing things that you want to do it, but know that there's a consequence. And if you're okay with the consequence of it, then hey, it was worth it. That's what I try to do. Now, as far as being a pick-me, listen, sis, you already the prize. You don't have to do all that shit. You are beautiful, you're pretty, so smart, and you can do anything. And those are my affirmations to her every day. And she knows. As soon as she about to get in trouble, I'm pretty, mommy. Oh, I know, but you about to get that ass popped. Come here. Pop.
I think a lot of people forget. Well, I guess they don't believe this. I strongly believe this. There's literally someone or someone's out there for everyone. Like, you could think that you're the worst person on the face of the planet, and there's going to be somebody that wants to drink your bathwater. It's just a matter of getting connected with that person, whether if it's even like friendship and stuff like that. Like, you don't have to be. It's not what are we selling ourselves for? Like, what are we doing this for? Oh, I would never do this, or I'm this type of person.
Yes, like, who do you have to prove that to?
If you know that's who you are, why? Who? We don't care. And I'm about to actually start saying under people's posts, we don't care.
I dare you. Double dog dare
I will.
You.
Remember where you heard it first, y'all. I'll give y'all an update.
And I'm going to come back by myself. Hey, guys, it's me. Victoria Balenciaga is currently recovering from getting her ass beat for playing with people. That's funny. Anyways, that was cool. What can I say to wrap this up?
It's gonna be compelling. I feel
it. In order to get to the other side, you gotta cross. Okay, let me tell y'all the backstory behind that, because I don't know if y'all caught on, but like randomly, Victoria Balenciaga would be like,
"Well, you gotta cross that bridge in order to get to the other side."
One time we were having like a really deep conversation. I'm over here crying. I'm crying. One time we were having a really deep conversation, and somebody really less than smart gonna say, because sometimes you gotta go through it. You gotta cross that bridge.
For no fucking reason. No reason. It did not apply to the conversation.
And we was just like, damn, that's deep. I'm crying. Listen, same time next week, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you for joining us in the Gawdess Lounge. We're going to drop a picture of this podcast on our social media, so be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, The Hair Gods. And if you're a woman, you can join our group, The Gawdess Lounge. Leave your comments and your feedback so that next week we can include you guys in our segment and let us know how we're doing.